So this is our condition. And what God wants is for us to come back to a sane way of thinking. Many of our young people being involved in homosexual or lesbian behavior, and we as their parents, sometimes because we think we're straight, as crooked as we are, we cast aspersions against our children who have fallen into this kind of behavior. I want us to stop a moment, please. And let's stop judging our children and start working with our children. There's something happening. There is something happening to our children, and there's something happening to us that we need to understand. Did you know, dear brothers and sisters, that there are chemicals in the water that are altering the gender of fish? Do you think it's just an accident that we are beginning to behave in the manner that we're behaving, not understanding that there are wicked scientists at work? I was coming back from Mexico, and there was an English language newspaper, and I was reading about the alligators in the swampland in Florida. And they were saying that there was so much estrogen in the waters that the male genitalia was shrinking, and the sperm count in the male was being reduced. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad warned us that they were going to come after us in the water. Now here, look at this. I want to show you what they say is in the water and what it's doing to fish. The suspicion is that hormone-disrupting chemicals in the water, pesticides, pharmaceuticals, including birth control pills, or even household detergents, may be prompting the feminization of male fish. See, what we're dealing with is science. The enemy that we're dealing with is not the enemy that our great-grandfathers dealt with, who built a weapon and shot us down and killed us with certain bacteria or whatnot. These are scientists now who are literally tinkering with nature. And they are working with social engineering to produce a people unworthy of God. Listen. Now, I happened to turn on my TV, turning the channel, looking for something, and they said, "Oh, man, there's a pill that you can get. It's called Extends." And they have a woman there, yes, sex is better now. Over 1 billion men are taking this pill, and they're getting bigger. See, the enemy puts chemicals in the water to make you smaller, then he develops a pill to make you bigger. Who benefits? the pharmaceutical companies, but you are ravaged with cancer and all kinds of debilitating disease because he's playing with your life. Do you have a problem with erections? Well. Excuse me. They started with Viagra. Then they got to Cialis. Is that right? Levitra or something like that? So most men today are finding difficulty in truth, maintaining erections. That's not an accident. They're killing you and me and us. Well, hell, if you're having a problem, you want to solve that problem. Well, buy some Viagra. Oh, don't worry, if you're having heart trouble, don't take this one, because this will kill you. Who's benefiting? The pharmaceutical companies. Go back in the 20s, in the 30s, in the 40s, in slavery, all the stress we was living under, we never had a problem having an erection. Hell, this is designed. You are living in the valley of the shadow of death, and you don't know it. You don't want to believe that Elijah Muhammad was a warner from God for every one of us. Now I'm going to close. Dear brothers and sisters, when you are eating improper foods that are interfering with your sexuality, when women and girls had their menses under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he taught the women and girls to use white vinegar. And in cleansing themselves, there was no harsh chemicals to destroy the integrity of the walls of the uterus. But today, they're giving you perfume this and that, and you don't know the science of what you're using. But then you find out when you're pregnant, you can't bring your baby to full term. Now, I want to close this. And there's so much more. Yes, sir. But it's better to stop now. But I want all of you to know, whether you are Christian or Muslim or agnostic or Hebrew, look, Elijah Muhammad had something. Not just for us, but it was good for every human being that walks this planet. To some members of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's family who are here, his grandson Aleph, his grandson Elijah. You know, I'm honored to see you here. And also to Dr. Abdul Salam, his dentist and minister of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and a great student of Islam. Listen.